This is the Asus Zenfone 10, and this is my main daily driver, and I can already spoil it right now. I absolutely love this device, and if there's anyone that comments in the video, I'm just showing it off right now. Yes, I have an Apple Watch Ultra 2, recently got this, and I'm testing it as well. So yeah, I can rock an Apple Watch Ultra and use an Android device, and my main SIM has always been in an Android device. Zenfone 10 currently houses my main SIM, and I as you can see from the title, you should buy the Asus Zenfone 10, and that's starting off with the compact size of this device. Absolutely love it. It's a 5.9-inch Full HD 120 Hz panel, and it even goes up to 144 Hz when you're playing certain types of mobile games. So that's a huge plus. I'm not looking for a Quad HD display, but the 120 Hz on this is pretty good. The one downside is it could be a little bit brighter, but it still gets the job done. 120 Hz, it's got some pretty decent speakers. It has a headphone jack. So for those who like to use the headphone jack, Asus is still keeping it here, so good job Asus for that. It's IP68 water resistant, but it's much easier for me because it's more compact device. Now I'm also using my 13 mini while recording this video simultaneously, both on YouTube right up here and TikTok in vertical format, but it does compare very well with the iPhone 13 mini. And also, if you want to check out my latest wallpaper pack right here, it's called Vortex. I'll be leaving on YouTube and a link in the description down below and in my bio on TikTok if you do want to check it out and support. It really does mean a lot, and I absolutely love this wallpaper pack. It's my most favorite one so far. But the compact says, I'm all about having a phone that's compact and powerful. Asus Zenfone 10 is just that. That's going to lead me into the performance, which is reason number 2. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip is a champ. And you're probably going to say, well, why are we talking about 8 Gen 2 when 8 Gen 3 is coming out in the next couple of months? I get it, but if we think about it like that, then okay, 8 Gen 4 is going to come out, and then 8 Gen 5 is coming out. Why are we talking about those? Technology is always going to be improving. The chipsets, we just can't keep up with them. They're coming out with chips every single year, improving devices every single year, but the 8 Gen 2 chip is a champ, and a day-to-day use device has been right on point. I've had no hiccups, no bugs whatsoever with the Asus Zenfone 10. Now the model I have right here, this is Aurora Green. It has 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, and I've thrown everything at it. Like, I'm a heavy user with my device, and it's been able to tackle everything that it faced. And in fact, you can pick up a model with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. I personally was going to, but they didn't have it in stock. I was going to pick up this Aurora Green. They didn't have it in stock, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick up the 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. That will suffice for now. But this has not let me down once, and it's comparable with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 made for Galaxy on the S23 Ultra in terms of performance. Like, this year's devices that include the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 have performed very well in my use case. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. Now, battery life with this, I gotta say, for this size of a device, this I think does beat the S23 Ultra in my use case. Everyone's use case is different, but for me, this has just been amazing. Like, get this. I usually start my day at around 6 a.m. and I'm ending the day at 10 p.m. with a whopping 60% of battery life. Now, if you look right here, it's 53% at 723. That's still very good, and I've actually been using this a little bit more intense, using it more for making contents, and that's not usually on a normal day-to-day basis. But on a normal day-to-day, I'm watching lots of YouTube videos, I'm replying to texts and emails, browsing the web, using it for phone calls. It's a phone, right? I'm using it for lots of phone calls, and that is very good. Even if I end the day with 50%, that is still amazing battery for me, insane battery for me. I'm easily getting 7 to 8 hours of screen on time. Sometimes I don't charge this device at night, and I can go almost up until like 5, 6 p.m. the following day. Then I need to put it in charge to last me maybe an hour or two more. So I'm super happy with this. I believe it has a 4,300 milliamp hour battery. Yeah, number wise, it's not the largest on the market, but for this compact size, it's pretty large. And here's the thing, it even has wireless charging, which was something the Zenfone 9 didn't have, and Asus listened to those who picked up the Zenfone 9 and they reviewed it, and they wanted to see wireless charging. So it's here, albeit it's not the fastest, but I use wire charging for the Zenfone 10 anyway, and I'm not in any rush to have fast charging too. But I'm really happy that Asus is going this route, keeping this compact size, because unfortunately a lot of people don't go for compact size devices. They're getting the largest devices like the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and I personally love compact devices. If you're looking for a compact device that is very powerful, this Asus Zenfone 10 is that device to go with. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and yeah, I'm super happy with it. I'll keep you guys updated with my full review using this after like a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode.